Hello everyone and welcome to DSPReacts. This is my very first video here on the channel since rebranding the channel here in February of 2023. So for those who don't know, alright, DSPReacts is my new project for 2023. It's something that I got an idea for last year. Last year over on my main YouTube and very long-running YouTube channel, DSP Gaming. We tried some different things. I branched out after being a 15-year-long content creator on the internet. I tried doing some React-style content based on your feedback. A lot of the people were saying, hey, just don't play video games anymore. That's the past. You got to branch out. You got to do some different stuff. We like chilling with you. You know, I started a podcast last year over there called the Level 1 Podcast. People love just interacting, talking, and getting my opinions on things. Then I started doing React-style content to things such as documentaries, like the Wings of Redemption documentary, or a documentary about me called Down the Rabbit Hole. And people absolutely, positively loved it. So because of that, I realized something. Man, you know, I've been around for so long. And yes, there's quite a lot of people on the internet who know me as the guy who plays video games and comments on them. But that's not what I want to do for my whole life. Listen, I'm a lifelong gamer. I absolutely love it. I love doing that kind of content, and I want to keep doing it. But I'm getting older. I'm 40 years old, about to be 41. I'm getting to the point in my life where I know I won't be able to just full-time play games all day, every day. I want to do some different stuff. And what's happened is there's been a big movement on YouTube as of late for people to put out a variety of content. Instead of just one style, you got to branch out. And in particular, opinionated content, discussion, and all kinds of reactions and discourse are all the rage on YouTube right now. So, after having done some successful React-style content last year, I said, you know what? I would like to branch out and do some different things. And we talked about it, actually, over the course of last year, about what you would like to see. And after thinking about it and mulling about it in my head, and also seeing how you guys reacted to the React content that I did on DSP Gaming, I realized a couple of things. Number one, the React content was doing well, but likely should not be on DSP Gaming. All right? Why? Because DSP Gaming is known as a gaming channel. And yes, for the podcast that I started there last year has been doing very well. All right? And that podcast, the Level 1 Podcast, will remain on DSP Gaming as a daily morning staple. That's not going anywhere. But what I did notice is that when I started doing things such as the React events, they'd get popular for a few days and then they'd kind of fade away. Why? Because the channel was bombarded with gaming footage. And if you're there watching all these new gaming videos and everything every day, you're basically going to get lost in the shuffle, right? Where'd the React content go? I can't even find it. So, you know, for example, the Wings of Redemption React, the Down the Rabbit Hole React, when I reacted to the John and Howard video, those are very popular projects that I really enjoyed doing, and I felt that they had a lot of meaning. However, after a month or two, no one watched them ever again, and that's because they got lost in the shuffle. So, having a distinct place to have this kind of content, me reacting to things on the internet, me sharing my opinions with you guys on stuff, is a very good idea to separate that from all the other content that I've been doing over on DSP Gaming. Okay, now, the name of the channel is DSP Reacts. Yes, you may notice this is not a brand new channel. This channel's been around for a while. This is my old vlogging channel. But I have completely rebranded and changed. This channel was defunct for a whole year, and now it's time to reinvigorate it. It's time to bring it back for a positive reason. All right? However, I don't want you guys to think that this is simply going to be a channel where I just react to some documentary or video. That's actually not it. In fact, this is very exciting because this channel will be very interactive. Most of the content that I put out on this channel will be determined by you or your input. Okay? It really is very important that you become a major part of this channel and you have discourse with me about what you want to see moving forward in the future. Because without your feedback, I won't know. All right? I want to be putting out interesting and fun things for you guys. All right? But one thing I want to say before we even get to the three-tiered plan, three-pronged plan. I mean, that's a throwback to many years ago. Before we get to that, I just want to let you know, I'm not giving up on gaming. In fact, DSP Gaming is going to be my place for daily content every single day on the internet. DSP Reacts is very much a place for alternative style content. If you're not into the gaming stuff, or maybe you want this kind of supplemental content, that's great. Come here, but this is not going to be daily stuff. This is going to be a series of shows that I've come up with based on your feedback and based on many different factors. And I think that you guys will hopefully enjoy, but allow me to explain. Let's go into the meat of it now. Let me explain exactly what you can expect moving forward here on DSP Reacts. And by the way, we have over 600 people on stream, over 100 likes, contributions coming in out the butt. Thank you all very much. I promise you, I will shout all of these out. Yes, the leaderboard will be updated. All this is going to happen, but I need to get through my, important stuff first, and then we can get to that stuff, okay? I promise you all that will happen just like it normally happens over on DSP Gaming, okay? Let me actually refresh my chat because my chat is a little outdated now, I believe. My chat is like lagging up. There we go. Okay, so, first of all, if you want to be a part of the content here, you have to subscribe to the channel. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you don't subscribe to the channel, you can't even talk in the chat. It's going to be exactly like it is over on DSP Gaming. You have to be a subscriber to talk at all on a live stream. Okay, so sub to the channel. We are going to set it up that it's going to be sub-only mode every day. This avoids a lot of trolling. Of course, we are starting from scratch, where a lot of people here will be trolls who, are not going to be banned or whatever. We'll take care of that over time, just like we did on DSP Gaming. Don't worry, this place will get cleaned up sooner rather than later. Although we're going to have some trolling and things to start, and that's fine. You expect that. I know from 2 years ago, when I moved from Twitch to YouTube, I know it's going to get it, but we're going to take care of that. We're going to clean that up sooner rather than later, okay? It is going to be a 24-hour sub mode on live streams. So if you want to talk on a live stream, you have to be sub for at least 24 hours. That'll, prevent bot spam. Comments on videos will now be approve-only basis, just like it is over on DSP Gaming. So you'll be able to comment on all the videos here, but it needs to be manually approved and reviewed by me, just like on DSP Gaming. So again, you're familiar with how DSP Gaming works. You're going to be familiar with how my new channel, DSP Reacts, works. All right? Now, there's 3 different shows that will be housed here on DSP Reacts. Allow me to explain all 3 shows and see what you think. Show number 1 is more long-term, something that I want to do, within a month or two. But it's not happening immediately. The first show will be called, you ready for this? DSP Asks It. This will be an interview series where I will interview people across the internet. And who will I interview? Well, that's going to be a lot of the times determined by you guys. You guys are going to be the ones who are going to be submitting your suggestions of people who I should try to reach out to and interview here on the show. And it's going to be a one-to-one conversation. A lot of the time it's going to be covering what this person is up to on the internet. And it could be people from all over the place. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone who I've had any kind of involvement with. But at the same time, a lot of them will be. Like, for example, I've already lined up a couple of these for future events that I don't have dates set yet. But basically, I have it lined up so that, by the way, the chat is crashing again, which is not good. The chat is like crapping out on me, and I'm wondering what's going on there because I can't see the chat. That's not good. Got to figure out what's going on with the chat right now. It's completely frozen. If I close it again, I don't know. Try to figure this out. This is all a new thing. All right, I don't know what's going on. Here, restore the chat. Actually, did the browser crash? It might have. The browser might have crashed, which is probably why I can't see your chat. Yeah, it looks like it's endlessly loading and not doing anything. Well, let me try to refresh it and see if I can get it working. Anyway, so yeah, DSP Asks It, an interview series. And I've already got about 2 people lined up who are very interested, but I don't have dates and times set yet because what I'd like to do is establish exactly how this is going to work. And it won't make sense until I actually establish the criteria of how we're going to do it. Will it be an online conversation that's live streamed? Will it be something that's recorded offline and uploaded as just an on-demand video? Will you guys have opportunity to submit questions once you know who the guest is ahead of time? Or should I not announce the guests ahead of time? Should they be surprise guests on the show so you don't really know what to expect? I'm not sure yet, all right? This is something that I need to work on and think about with your feedback, okay? Yeah, for some reason, the browser is crapped out. I need to try to reload the whole thing here because I can't even see you guys. So let me see if I can get this loaded again in the browser. Keep in mind that my laptop is only running the browser, literally nothing else. You would think there would not be an issue, but doesn't mean nothing. Okay, let's try to get this running again. Okay, it is starting to load again now. So DSP Asks It, an interview series. That is something that will happen, relatively within the next couple of months. Like I said, I already have an idea for a couple guests who'd be interested in coming on the show. And one of them has already agreed, and the other one we're kind of just talking details about it. And once I have more information on that, I will let you know. But basically, that is the first idea I have, okay? The second idea I have is basically very similar to what I was doing on DSP Gaming. What I would like to do, okay, is once a month, what I would really enjoy doing is a big formal React project here on DSP Reacts. So think some of the bigger projects that I did over on DSP Gaming, reacting to the Wings of Redemption documentary, reacting to my own Down the Rabbit Hole documentary, so that's the kind of thing. And the thing is, those projects take a while. Those aren't things that are like, oh, I'll just do it and it'll be done within a couple of hours. In fact, it's kind of the opposite, where those are things that could take a whole day. All right, I really enjoyed doing those, and had a great time with it. And so that's something that I want to do basically once a month. Those will likely just be called DSP Reacts to whatever the name of the video or documentary or whatever it is that I'm reacting to. Okay? So there you go. So there's going to be number one, reacting or doing an interview series called DSP Asks It. And number two, there's going to be a formal DSP React series where once a month, I'll be reacting to something, kind of long form on the internet. Now you might say, well, how are you going to determine what you're going to react to? Again, this is where I'm telling you guys that your input is key. It's going to be you guys suggesting things for me to react to. What videos would you like to see me react to that are long form documentaries and videos like that? I'm thinking at least 30 minutes to an hour long. I probably wouldn't even want to do anything shorter than that. It would be me reacting to something that's a formal documentary, watching the whole thing, commenting on it, etc. It could be much longer as well, but it has to be something that I have time to, vet and know that it's a legit documentary or whatever before I decide to react to it, all right? So there you go. That's going to be you guys, again, having an input. And in fact, in a minute, I'm going to reveal to you, well, not a minute, in a little bit of time here, I'm going to reveal to you some of the specifics of how a lot of this stuff is going to work, okay? So please just bear with me. Fair enough? Now, the third idea I have, I think is actually the idea that might actually do the best. All right? You ready for this one? I have not even told anyone this. I haven't told my moderators this idea. No one. This is the first time you guys are ever hearing it. My third idea for the channel is called DSP versus the internet. What is this? Well, here's what it's going to be. Once a week, I have a dedicated stream where I am going to be reacting to various things on YouTube as submitted by the viewers. Think of it as a pure Phil just reacts to clips kind of show. Here's the difference between this and a formal react. A formal react is a dedicated project where I'm watching the entirety of a documentary and I'm watching it and commentating completely on it. Okay? This show, DSP versus the internet, is a show where it's just going to be like, send me a clip. You want to watch me watch a clip, see my reaction to it, if I laugh, what do I have to say about it? And it could be anything. It could be a news story. It could be a clip from another content creator. It could be, a piece of a TikTok video or music. As long as it's on YouTube, all right, it's fair game, all right? And essentially what this will be is a good way for me to give you my opinions on things that are going on, whether it's news or pop culture or whatever it may be. I feel like this is going to be an opportunity for me to branch out, all right? I don't do stuff like this at all, right? What happens is a lot of the times I'm on my podcast or whatever, you'll ask me, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about, right? So this would be an opportunity for you to say, hey, I'm going to submit a clip to you. Please watch the clip on stream and let's see you react to it and give your opinion or whatever, right? That's what this is going to be, all right? It's going to be Phil versus the internet once a week. We sit down here on DSP Reacts and we have a show dedicated just for me reacting to various clips and things. Now, here's how it's going to work, because this is where essentially you come into play, and here's how we're going to keep things under control, all right? All the content that I'm suggesting is going to be user submitted, all right? But it's going to be user submitted by channel members. So if you become a member of DSP Reacts, you are getting a tremendous amount of control and input on the channel. Members are going to be submitting videos for DSP versus the internet. Members are going to be voting on the long form reacts that I do. And of course, members will have the input on DSP Asks It. Maybe you'll be able to submit some questions for a guest, you know, or vote on a guest, that kind of stuff. Okay? Why members? Because that's content that can be controlled. If I right now just said, oh, everyone just start posting up, I'll have 5,000 random videos that'll be absolutely ridiculous, probably dumb shit, right? Here's the thing. Here's the criteria of the kind of stuff that I want to react to. First of all, it can't be licensed music and content that's going to get me, you know, blocked, muted, get a video removed for copyright issues on the internet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff is not going to be allowed. So that already is going to be right, you know, out of the way. No way that that's going to be viable. Also, can't be stuff that's like racially offensive. It can't be stuff that is incredibly violent. You might find that kind of stuff on YouTube, but that kind of stuff regularly gets flagged and demonetized, and I can't be reacting to that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So by making it a members deal, that members will be nominating things for me to react to, okay? That means there's going to be a vetting process, because no one's going to pay to be a member and then just waste their time. They're going to want to be submitting things that will have a chance to basically be seen, right? So they're not going to, you know what I'm saying? They're definitely not going to be wasting that opportunity. I think that's going to be great. It's going to be a way for people to do that. Now, how will it be done? Through community posts. Right now, I have the ability to post a community post on the channel, and people can nominate things. So, for example, I'm not even kidding. Right now, if you go to the community tab of DSPReacts, well, I'm going to go to it right now. I click on it. And right there, guess what's already there? Attention channel members. This is your first ever post where you could submit YouTube videos for me to watch during my very first ever stream here on DSPReacts. Just post up the YouTube video here and I'll have a chance to be watched live during the very first stream on Sunday, February 12th. Good luck. That's right. Right now, if you become a channel member of DSPReacts, you can go to the community tab and post up videos now. And we're going to do a dry run on this stream of me reacting to the stuff you guys submit. So everyone who just became a member, the 13 of you, you are the first 13 who can nominate videos for today's stream. Okay? In addition, if you become a channel member right now, all right, there's a second post that's live. And the post reads as follows. Hello, channel members. This is your very first poll, so let's enjoy. Vote on which of the 3 documentaries from YouTuber June the King you would like to see me react to first. Thanks and good luck. The choices are as follows. Lies, Deception, and Pro Jared, the story of Pro Jared. A New Rock Bottom, the story of Tobuscus, also known as Toby Turner, or A Chaotic Stumble Through Fame, the story of Channel Awesome, hence the Nostalgia Critic. And so, if you're a channel member, you right now can go to the main channel page of DSPReacts and vote on that poll, and that poll will determine which of those 3 react events I do near the end of this month. I've decided it'll probably be around the last weekend of February, okay? Now, if you post up and you're like, wait, I don't see my post, that's okay. You don't see it for a good reason. The reason you don't see it is because it's just like DSP Gaming. I have to approve everything. So I'm going to be checking regularly for people posting. In fact, Joe Man is posting up saying first. And we actually have Felix the Maid who posted up a video. And it looks like Felix the Maid also is saying that they wanted to see Toby Turner react, okay? So there you go. I've just approved those comments. And that's what I'm going to be doing here on DSPReacts, is I'm going to be regularly reviewing and approving your comments on the members only section on the community tab. All right, so again, 13 people became a member already before I even announced it. If you became a member, thank you. Head over to the community tab right now, post up videos for me to react to, and vote on that poll. Because within a few minutes, your shout outs, me explaining everything, doing some Q&A, I'm actually going to do some live reacting to videos that you members are posting up. Just to show you an example of how this whole thing's going to work. Okay? So, if you did not become a member, now you have a major incentive. And you might say, Phil, I don't get it. Why are you doing everything based on members, right? There's a very good reason, okay? Over on DSP Gaming, the #1 complaint I got every month was, the members don't get enough. The members get some emotes. the members get, a chat crown badge or whatever. That's true. But the members just don't get enough, value out of becoming a member, right? So think about what you get here. You're going to get emotes. You're going to get a chat crown badge. You don't have to abide by the slow mode of the chat. You can talk as much as you want. You now get to post up videos for every weekly DSP versus the internet show. And those will be the videos that I'm going to review and watch during the live show. Okay? You get to vote on the React that happens, the big one, once a month. And for DSP Asks It, you're going to get to give input on the people who I'm going to be interviewing. You're going to be hopefully submit questions. You see what I'm saying? This is a tremendous amount of power to members on this channel. It's exactly what you guys have asked for on DSP Gaming, but I can actually make it viable on this channel. I can't make that stuff viable on DSP Gaming because I've already kind of stretched the limits of what I can do on a gaming channel. But here, this is completely new and different and interesting. You see? Now, here's the thing. Again, I want this channel to be very interactive and based on your feedback. So what I'm going to do, we're going to do a bunch of shout outs, all right? And we're going to update the leaderboard. And, there will be rewards. For example, if we raise $50 in tips, I'll put on Gunner glasses. If we raise 100, we're going to do the same stuff we used to do on DSP Gaming over here. It's all still viable, all right? So all that stuff is still here, just so you guys know. FYI. But the way this is going to work is, it's going to be based on your feedback. I want your feedback. We're going to do a big Q&A segment here where I'm going to, take your questions and we're going to see if you guys have thoughts for improvement and things like that. Now, by the way, here's something else as well. All right. And this is a big one. The membership tiers on DSPReacts actually will give you more benefits. Okay. What does that mean? If you're a standard member on DSPReacts, you get to submit videos for DSP versus the internet. You get to vote on the big monthly React project I'll do. And you get to do stuff in regards to DSP Asks It. But the other tiers, the higher tiers, Super and Ultra, actually get more benefits, which wasn't the case over on DSP Gaming. If you do a Super Supporter level, what I'm going to do is at the end of every single live show that I do, there's going to be a segment just for Super Supporters where you get to ask questions and I answer them. So it's basically like a live private Q&A for Super Supporters. And we do that at the end of every show. Now, that's not set up yet because I couldn't even set up the thread to do it until the Super Supporter level was launched. And if I launched it, it kind of would have given the channel away. So I can actually do it right now. Okay. Let me head over to the main channel page of DSPReacts. And right here, I'm going to do a new post. And this is going to be only for super members. I don't even think we have one yet. Okay. So I'm going to say, hello, super members. Please post up your guaranteed to be answered questions here for today's stream on Sunday, February 12th. Thanks for the support. So there you go. All right, I'm going to post that up right now. And only super level members will do that. And that's basically your private Q&A for the end of every show. You're going to get me answering your questions. All right. Now, what do ultra members get on the channel? Now, this is a good one. Ultra members, get this. You're guaranteed to have me watch a video. Here's the difference. Regular members, you get to suggest what I watch. And what's going to end up happening is once we get a bunch of regular members, we're probably going to get a good amount. They're going to be regularly submitting videos for the next show, DSP versus the internet. All right. But if you're an ultra member, I'm guaranteed to watch the video you submit. Now you get one a week. That's the limit because the ultra members are $20, I believe, $20 for the membership. So you basically get one a week. So every week when I'm doing this DSP versus the internet show, one of your videos that are suggested will be watched live on the show. Okay. Okay. So I'm actually going to post that up now as well. Ultra membership. Hello, Ultra members. Please post up your guaranteed to be watched videos for today's stream, right? Today's stream, and I'll say Sunday, February 12th. in this thread. Thanks and enjoy. There you go. Now, is there any guarantee that today we're going to get super or ultra supporters? No. There's no guarantee that's going to happen at all. So if we don't get any today, that's fine. What I would like is for those of you who've already become members, we've got 18 and climbing. If you could post up videos that you'd like me to watch and react to in the thread that I posted up here, that would be great. I am going to keep reviewing your comments. Remember, it's an approval process. I have to manually approve your comments. So I will do that over the course of today's stream. And by the way, more people are now voting on the live react that I'm going to do at the end of the month. And it looks like Pro Jared's currently in the lead. Interesting. Okay. Cool. So far, everything's working as intended. I was hoping that everything would work, and it looks like everything is working. Here's a video. Spartanius once submitted a video. I'm going to approve all this. Someone said, can we include game trailers? See, that's an interesting question. You could. The problem is if I react to a game trailer, there's always potential that basically it's going to ruin the video. You know, I might react to a game trailer, and then what do you know? What'll happen is, sadly, the video gets claimed or blocked on YouTube. So we have to be careful about this kind of licensed and copywritten content. I don't want to say no, but at the same time, please understand that there may be a very large chance that kind of content may have issues long term. You see what I'm saying? I hope not. I hope that it doesn't, and I hope that it ends up being fine. So, more people are becoming members. Thank you for that. The pop-up should be appearing momentarily. Everything seems to be going swimmingly here. All right? My Nightbot is now working. Thank you to the moderators who are helping. All right, I appreciate this very much to all of you. Okay, so before we get into any further discussion or conversation, I feel like I should do some shout-outs. I should do some animations, say thanks for you, because you guys are being very supportive of the new channel today. I really appreciate that. Let's do that, shall we? Yes, gifted memberships are allowed, Kagome. In fact, it looks like Wonder McThunder already gifted one. And I think it went to Nienna. I'll see that in a moment. I got my big leaderboard here of things to shout out. Okay? Ooh. Okay. So, you guys ready? Let's do some shout-outs. So, first of all, thank you to everyone here who's already supporting the channel. Shout-outs to Felix the Maid, Senator Zen, K Styles, Mishael, American Manga Undertaker, Spartanius one, Harry So Epic, is that T Jarvis, your boy Lem, Bookworm, Joe Man, Barely Legal, Big Papa Pump, Flying Dutchman, Captain DCW, Jade, Ren Jesse James, Cry Havoc, Wonder McThunder, and then Wonder McThunder gifted that membership. And that, I believe, went to Nienna. For some reason, it's not saying it on my screen, but I believe that went to Nienna. Emil, Darziak, and Delancius. So far, you are the first 20 members here on DSPReacts. And so you guys already have the ability to post up those nominations for videos that we're going to watch today. I mean, I'll be honest, since there's only 20 of you, likely we're going to probably end up watching all of them live. Okay, I mean, it makes sense. Why wouldn't we watch them all live? Right? It'd be kind of dumb if we didn't. But like I said, moving forward, it's going to be standard members get to just suggest videos, and I'll go through them, but I'm not going to watch all of them. Super members get to ask specific questions that will be answered in a dedicated Q&A at the end of each show. And then Ultra members get to guaranteed get their video reacted to. That's the difference in tiers, how it's going to work here on the channel. Now, all members will be able to suggest or vote on the Big React every month, and all members will have input on the DSP Asks It series as well. I know I'm kind of being very, very sparse when it comes to information on DSP Asks It. Reason being, I haven't worked out all the details yet. For example, will it be just an audio show? Will it be a video show where I have someone here on camera with me? Would it be, like I said, a live stream? Or would it be instead an on-demand video that I just provide on the channel? I'm not sure about that yet. I want to kind of work that out. And that actually might be specific to the guest as well. We might have some guests that are comfortable with being on a live stream and having live stream interaction. We may have some guests who are like, I'd prefer if it was just you and me. So it all depends. Like I said, I already have talks in the work. One person already agreed they're going to be on the show, but I just don't have any of the details worked out yet. And then I have a couple other people I'm currently talking with who will work out the details more fully once we get to that point. Okay? Fair enough? Jade says, the chat's going so fast, I feel so sick. Jade, there's a couple things you can do. I think you might be able to sort it to top chat only. That might slow it down a bit. But don't worry. A lot of these people are newcomers because it's a new channel. Undoubtedly, this will slow down. Like I said, we're going to have a 24-hour sub mode on this channel. There's going to be less people who are going to be talking. Right now, we got a lot of incomer trolls and stuff that are not going to be here. So don't worry about that. For now, yes, that is a problem, Jade. I agree. It's going to calm down. So no worries there. Shout out to Eternal Napalm, who just became a channel member. And shout out to Dr. Mark, who became a channel member. So periodically, I will be checking and approving your comments during this live stream. Normally, I won't have to. Normally, you guys are going to be here submitting stuff all week, right? Once you're a member, you're a member. You'll be able to submit stuff all week long. This is the first stream ever, okay? We got 190 likes. So first of all, I owe you guys a bubble blow. Let's do that. There you go. And we hit 200 likes. I'll do it again. We're 7 likes away from hitting the tier 2 likes goal, in which case I'll do a second blow. Okay? Now, thanks for the YouTube side stuff. Let's do shout outs for tips, because tips very much are still available as a way to contribute, even though memberships are huge on this channel, right? They're giant. All right? And by the way, memberships, super chats, super stickers, super thanks, gifted memberships, tips, all enabled on the channel. You can contribute in those ways. They're all available, and it's just like DSP Gaming. You'll see the pop-ups for the super chats. I'll do manual pop-ups for the tips. It's all the same way that it works on DSP Gaming. Okay? Oh, by the way, I just went ahead and got another 100 likes. We're at 209, so it's time for a second bubble blow back-to-back. Whoa! Look, 3D. 3D bubbles. Look at that. Very nice. Very cool. Okay, so shout outs for tips. Let's do those. And then what we'll do is I'll see what you guys are submitting. We'll do a little bit of talk, Q&A. You'll field your questions about what you think about the new channel, your ideas for it. I'm open to suggestions. And then what we'll do is we'll actually set up and maybe do some React content. Like I said, today's a dry run. So I want to do some reacting on the channel and see how it works out. Okay? Okay. So, shout outs. Our first tip of DSP Reacts is a $50 anonymous tip. Completely anonymous. Thank you to the $50 tipper. Here we go. Appreciate that. Which means it is Gunner Glass's time. Jade, again, do not worry. I think that things are definitely going to slow down. Today is the big launch event. Things will slow down and will not be super crazy every single time that we stream here. It's just today's the new event. People want to get in on this. A lot of trolls want to come in and say their shit, get banned, and then they're out of here for good. So, no worries there. Okay, I'm very happy that Nightbot is working now. Thank goodness. Okay. Gunner Glass's time. Thank you very much to the anonymous $50 tipper. It's very generous. We're at $61 in tips right now and climbing. Thank you, thank you. Okay. All right. Our next contribution is a $2 tip. For Big Papa Pump, I'm excited to be here for the start. Have an awesome day, Phil. Thank you, Big Papa Pump. You know, I think what'll happen is there's going to be some people who, you know, love all the content I do. And then there's going to end up being some people who are down for just the gaming. And then there's going to be some people who are just really enjoying the reacting stuff, right? And so they'll be here for the React style content, but maybe they won't care about the gameplay. And that's fine. Because like I said, I think I actually last year, I gained a new audience. People who actually wanted to see some new stuff from me. But sadly, because that content was lumped into all the other content on DSP Gaming, it got lost in the shuffle. And so it was great that I did some reacting stuff, but then it wasn't consistent, and people lost interest. And, how often do I do react stuff? Not very often. Well, now it's going to be guaranteed once a week. Guaranteed. And then once a month, one big event. And then also some interviews tossed in from now and then. And I think it's going to be good. Okay? Oh, by the way, I should also throw this in there. Ladies and gentlemen, Ask the King will now be here on DSP Reacts. It only makes sense that my bi-monthly dedicated Q&A show will be here on DSP Reacts. Why wouldn't it be? It used to be on this old vlogging channel. It's now going to come back over here. Rather than it be lumped in with the gameplay over on DSP Gaming, it'll now be here. The one piece of content that's going to stay on DSP Gaming is the Level 1 podcast and the playthroughs. That's always going to stay on DSP Gaming. That's its home. But all the other kind of reacting, vlogging style stuff will be over here. Okay? Good. All right. Our next tip, let's see here, from Snow Carl. I'm excited for this React style content. I feel I have to say, I don't think it's fair. Those who are members have to be paid and not be limited by slow mode. When we want to chat, I feel it's a bit steep, to be honest. Makes supporting... No, that's exactly the same on DSP Gaming. What are you talking about? It's literally the same. And it's a 10-second slow mode. If you don't think 10 seconds is reasonable, then I don't know what to tell you. You're literally, what you're saying, you'd also be complaining about DSP Gaming. It's set up exactly the same way. And you don't complain over there, so your complaint is not accepted. I reject your complaint, Snow Carl. Complaint, reject it. Okay, let's continue. I received a $20 tip from 1 Minute Man. Thank you very much, 1 Minute Man. I guess 1 Minute Man found his way to the channel. I'm glad. I was a little nervous that regulars who don't pay attention might not even know that we're doing something different today. Thank you very much, 1 Minute Man. By the way, did that animation play? It did. The animations are working. This is excellent. So that gets us up to $84 in tips so far today. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, 1 Minute Man. Okay. Cool. By the way, I do have to answer some questions. For example, I know one of the questions that's going to pop up is, if you do have a dedicated React channel, what is incentive for someone to pledge to your Patreon to get a private React? I have a very good answer for that, my friends. A very good answer for that, and it's coming. So don't worry. But let's continue with the shout-outs first. Okay? Okay. I received a $1 tip. Again from Snow Carl. Hold on. You should never lock React events behind a member goal on your main channel. They will no longer ever be tied to the DSP Gaming ever again. All React content is tied here, and React content is based on scheduling here and members. That's it. It's not going to be, there's no, oh, we have to hit a certain amount of something to do a React. That's never happening ever again. Reacts will now be here, and this is the dedicated place for them. That is a thing of the past. There will continuously be monthly events over on DSP Gaming. They will not be tied to React content whatsoever. It's separate now. There you go. So your first criticism, I completely reject. Your second criticism, I accept, and I directly respond in a positive manner. I agree with you. Those days are done. There you go. Okay. Thank you, Snowcrawl, for the tip. All right. Let's continue. There's a $2 tip from Mishael. Do we just post the YouTube link? You do. You post the YouTube link. If you want, Mishael, here's a great suggestion. If you're a member and you're nominating a video for me to watch, give a little bit of background too. Say, so this is a video about so-and-so, and it's really funny because of this, and here's the link. And maybe if there's a moment in the video you want me to watch particularly, I strongly recommend that you timestamp the moment. All right? This is a key factor, because if you post up an hour-long video, I'm just going to hit play at the beginning, and if it's not interesting, you see, you're going to want to give me the time that you think is the more important time to watch. See what I'm saying? Okay. Very good. Thank you very much, Mishael. And by the way, I will review. I'm sure you members, there are over 20 members now. I'm sure you guys are posting up stuff, and I will approve it. Don't worry. Got another tip here, a $5 tip. Okay, this one is from, no name, $5 anonymous tip. You thought about doing react or review style content centered around new TVs and shows. It'd be cool to hear your thoughts on The Last of Us HBO series, for instance. You know, I'm limited to what I can do based on what I have access to. I don't have HBO Max. I don't really have plans to get it. And let's say, for example, there is a show that we all talk about and we collectively agree, wow, we would love to hear Phil do a react on each week when the show comes out. We want to hear his thoughts on it. That's the kind of content. That would be a great video series. Once a week, Phil does a video on the new Last of Us episode, okay? As long as we all talk about it and we collectively agree upon it ahead of time, and then I can plan for it and do it, yes. But I'm not going to just, commit to that until we collectively work on that and say, yes, that's something. Because, for example, that's money. That's cost. For me to get the monthly subscription to HBO Max is, what, $10, $15 a month? So as long as we're getting value out of it, if there's a show on there to watch and I get it for, 2-3 months so I can watch the show and do a video series on it, yes, that's acceptable. Okay? By the way, another factor that we'll definitely need to talk about is how do we do these shows? For example, I feel there should be one big react a month. For example, right now members are voting on the June the King documentary that they want to see me react to first at the end of this month. And I'm glad. Please vote. If you're a member, please vote, okay? But outside of that, I want to do DSP versus the internet, my weekly clips reaction show once a week. But when do we do it? Do we do it on a weekend or do we do it on a weekday? Is it a daytime stream or is it a night stream? How do we figure that out? What's the best time to do DSP versus the internet? Okay? Another factor. Okay? As you can see, this channel is brand new. A lot of the assets I've carried over to the channel are brand new completely. All right? But a lot are reused. My emotes right now are completely reused from DSP Gaming. By the way, with the members we got today, we probably unlocked another 1 or 2 emote slots. So I can add more emotes. But I need artwork for this channel. I need people to make artwork that says things such as DSP Reacts, DSP versus the internet, DSP Asks It. And then I can use that artwork for the pre-rolls, for the thumbnails, those kind of things. I just announced it today. So if anyone's interested, I am open to submissions for that kind of stuff, okay? All right? Don't have to do it, but if you'd like to take a stab at it, there's been many people over the years who've made fun fan art and other things that have made these channels look great, and I would very much, be open to that, all right? No, these channels are different. I'm going to reiterate. DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts are 2 separate channels. There's no crossover. There's no, this will apply to this channel, this applies to this channel. No. All right? If anything, maybe one thing what we can do, you want me to react to one of my old playthroughs or something? That would be kind of neat. Imagine a special event where I react to an old playthrough of mine. We watch it back and I laugh at how bad the gameplay and the commentary is and shit like that. But that would be the crossover. It's separate things entirely. You understand? They're not the same. Shout out to Moxerus, who just became a channel member. I appreciate that, Moxerus. Okay. This was my very old vlogging channel. Being asked, what was this channel? This was my very old vlogging channel. That, ran for, 10 years? And then last year, I basically stopped using it. It literally sat here unused for over a year. Just gathering dust. No videos, nothing. So now, this is back. It's back as a regular channel that will be used as for content, okay? Sonic SLM did a super chat. Give me a second here. I'm waiting for it to pop up so I can read it. And I'm going to approve some more comments while I do that. Wow, you guys are submitting a bunch of videos. Thank you. Look at this. Here's a link to a viral video. Here's a link. This is exactly what I want. We're going to do this live, guys. I'm approving a ton of comments and a ton of suggestions. This is excellent. Thank you guys for the 24 members and climbing. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for supporting already on here on launch day. I think what will happen is you guys are going to see me do a dry run. And if you like it, you're probably going to want to become a member now. Shout out to Wonder Big Thunder, who just gifted a membership, and it went to Hybrid. Congratulations on Hybrid on that gifted membership. Very nice. Jade is taking off. Jade, thank you for coming by. Sorry that the chat's going so fast today. Ultimately, this is the only day it's really going to do that. Trust me, it's not going to be like this every time. It'll calm down. All right? So thank you, Jade, for being here. Thanks for joining. And, hope to see you soon. Sorry that, the speed of the chat was bothering you. Okay? Okay. So, Sonic SLM did a super chat, which I should get him up on the leaderboard as the first super chatter. There were others, but they were all troll idiots. Okay? And now we're at 24 members. I can start tracking this now. Sweet. There is no members goal. Right now, we're just trying to build a nice member base for people to support, submit content for the channel. That's it. There's no members goal on this channel. Okay? It's brand new. All right, Sonic SLM says, you should do it, The Last of Us. It's wildly popular. You'll make your HBO subs back easily. This is basic business. You live in Seattle, Season 2 banked. I mean, that is true. Season 2 will take place in Seattle. That's correct. It is taking place in Seattle. Right. Okay. Can I tease who the potential interviewee might be? No, I'm not going to tell you nothing yet. Because now that the channel is launched, and if you guys like the idea, we're going to talk. We're going to have a fun Q&A and interaction here, and I'm going to react to some videos. Once this is in the bag, then I'm going to start reaching out to other people. What I'd like to do is maybe get like 4 people on deck to do like maybe an interview a month, right? And see how it goes and talk with you guys, hash it out. And once all that's hashed out, then I can start telling you. But right now, it would make no sense right now to be giving you information on that, okay? More shout-outs to do. I got a $1 tip here. Let's see here. This is confusing. Will DSP Gaming members get access to member threads here? No, they're completely separate channels. There's no React content on DSP Gaming, and there's no gaming content on DSPReacts. They're separate. They're separate entities. You can become a member here, have all access to all the content here, being a part of all of it, right? But that has nothing to do with DSP Gaming, and vice versa, you see? Eventually, what I would like to do, I would like to have new emotes for here. I would like to have, instead of the chat, I mean, I like the chat crowns, don't get me wrong, they're very nice, but if people have ideas, instead of chat crowns, we do something different to show that you've been a member of DSPReacts, like that would be pretty neat, right? You know what I'm saying? I have some logos that I could do that are DSPReacts logos. They look like this, but they're various colors. I think there's one that's like blue, pink, different colors, and maybe they could change each month depending on how long you've been a member. We could do that if you like that, but I don't know if you want DSPReacts next to your name in the chat. People seem to like the crowns because they're not intrusive. You see what I'm saying? They like that. It's something generic. We could think of something better. I would do that. You know what I mean? But I know right now you're like, well, I don't understand. The emotes look the same and the crowns are the same. You're right. That's because I don't have anything newly designed, and I would have spoiled the whole channel if I did. You see? So right now there's no crossover, no, and there's not going to be. I want to separate the gaming content from the React content. The React content did really well last year, and I wanted to have a home for it, and I wanted to branch out and do more of it, which is exactly what we're doing by having 3 different React shows, not just one, okay? I think what really should take off, honestly, is probably the weekly show. The weekly show where once a week it's DSP versus the internet for a dedicated show where I just sit here and I watch clips that you guys submit. And, I think it's going to be a great show, and you never know what I'm going to watch. Every week could be completely different, right? That's pretty cool. Okay. All right. I received a $50 tip from Endio103. Will you be re-uploading DSPReacts videos on the DSP Gaming channel to DSPReacts? That's an interesting question. Probably not. I think what should stand where it is, right? I don't think it would make sense to delete and re-upload somewhere else, nor does it make sense to have the same videos in 2 different spots on the internet. It would be too confusing. I think what's on DSP Gaming for now is just there forever, all right? And then everything now moving forward will now be on DSPReacts. I don't think that I want to have it in 2 places, nor do I want to delete from one and put somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So there you go. Let's see here. So thank you, NDO. With that, we have hit our hat goal, which means you guys get to vote on a hat for me to wear today. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a poll. So which hat is DSP React Premier best? The Los Santos cap, the beret, the cowboy hat, or... Let's see here. Did I wear that recently? No, I didn't. The Punisher beanie. Okay. No, I just wore the football helmet yesterday. I'm not wearing that today. There you go. So Los Santos cap, the beret, the cowboy hat, or the Punisher beanie. There we go. Thank you guys for your support. Overwhelming support of the very first ever piece of content here on DSP Reacts. I appreciate this. Okay. Okay. Continuing on. Maddie Ice did a super chat. Since Wings stole your bubbles, can we have a celebratory finger sniff? Absolutely not. That's really disgusting. But thank you, Maddie Ice, for the super chat. Another super chat for Spartanius one. Will Cat get involved in anything here? Hey, you know what? Spartanius one, it's exactly like the same line of reasoning that I have on DSP Gaming applies to DSP Reacts. If there ever comes a time where Kat feels that she wants to put herself into a piece of my content, whether we're reacting to videos together, whether it's anything, gaming, it's up to her. That's her choice and her prerogative. She's likely watched some of this, is watching this right now. She knows what's going on. You know, she's not oblivious to everything. She knows what's happening. So for her, if she ever wants to become a part of content, she is welcome. But I would never pressure her. We all know what happened many years ago with the harassment online and the fact that these idiots still continue it to this day. There's no reason for me to put that kind of pressure on her, and I refuse to. All right? Fair enough. Some more shout-outs. Oh, the beret is winning the poll. Wow. We got a tip here. Huh? It's a troll. By the way, the same policy actually applies here as DSP Gaming. I don't take troll bait. Absolutely not. So, absolutely not. I will not read your nonsense. Okay. No, and just to clarify, again, people are questioning. Again, DSP Reacts, DSP Gaming are separate channels, separate projects, separate content. There's no crossover. All right, you understand that? If you support DSP Gaming, you're supporting the gaming content that you've loved all these years and the Level 1 podcast. If you support DSP Reacts, you're supporting the new weekly show called DSP versus the Internet, as well as one big monthly project of React, and this DSP Asks It interview series when I get it off the ground. That's the long-term goal for this channel, is to get that going, but I got to get everything else working first, you see? Okay. Shout out to Only Boba T, who became a channel member. Thank you very much, Only Boba T, for the channel membership. I appreciate that. Now we're at 25 members and climbing. Again, if you're a member, immediately go to the main channel page of DSP Reacts, and you have a couple threads to post up in. One is to vote on the big React event that'll happen at the end of February, and the other is to post up videos for me to react to today. Okay? Moxerus just did a super chat, said, where do I submit my video for your reaction? Literally right now, the main channel page, community tab. Actually, I think there's a member tab, correct? If you're a member, click on the members tab, and it should be right there. The post should be there. And you're going to post up. You're not going to see it there yet. I have to manually approve it, but I am manually approving it live during the stream. Okay? Kagome says, what about E3 week? Good question. Let's see what happens. I am not sold on doing live reacts to E3 content. I tried doing live react stuff to those things last year. It didn't really work. However, if I do DSP's recap and reactions like I usually do every year, that content will be here on DSP Reacts. Yes, it will be here. That is correct. All right, you guys have voted on the beret. Shall I put on the beret? I guess so. The silly beret. Thank you for your support so far today. Very nice. Okay. Where is the beret? Gotta find it. Here it is. So, I think I should take the opportunity to approve some more comments and see how many videos have been submitted already. Wow, I look silly with this thing. Actually, now I look like I'm a director or something. I'm a snooty director. I'm here to react to your content. Wow. By the way, guys, thank you so much. I would already say this is a success, right? Like, you guys obviously seem to like the idea with the amount of views, the amount of people who like the stream, the people who are becoming members already, right? This is great. I'm happy because, would you like to know my honest take? I was nervous. I was nervous that I was going to announce this today and it wasn't going to go over very well. That you guys were, like, a lot of people were going to be negative. Here's the thing. I have not launched anything new on YouTube since 2016. Are you aware of that? KO Gaming. That was the last new thing I ever did on YouTube. So I was very, very nervous that I would launch this and no one would care and be like, oh, this is stupid or whatever, you know. But it seems like you guys are really enjoying it, okay? Here we go. I'm approving comments. I approved 4 more with 3 more video submissions. Perfect. Now, again, remember, all right, this is going to be me basically taking this stuff over the course of the week. You understand? Like, you guys are going to be submitting. If you're a member, you'll be submitting stuff over the course of this whole week. And I'll be manually approving your comments. Every day I'll be checking and approving new comments and approving new posts and all of that, right? So understand that'll be coming, okay? It's not that you have to do it today. This is just the dry run, and we are, in a little bit here, I am actually going to do some reacting to the stuff that you guys are submitting, all right? Because there's a bunch of submissions already, which is great. Jade, I will see you on DSP Gaming. Sounds good, Jade. Tomorrow, everything, you know, goes back to DSP Gaming for gameplay and the Level 1 podcast and everything, okay? Cool. In fact, let me actually swap over accounts here. That was not what I wanted to click. Oops. Here we go. Haha. Here it is. And I could go to my... I wanted to see how easily I can access my community tab. These apps have made things so cool. Seriously. The apps are making everything so useful right now. It's amazing. We already got 21 submissions. We already have 21 submissions for things you guys want me to react to today. We probably won't get to all of them. And, you know, today again is a dry run to see how this works. All right? So right now, the members are voting. What will be the big react event that I'm going to do at the end of this month? So far, 15% want to see the Channel Awesome documentary. 25% want to see the Toby Turner documentary. And a whopping 60% want to see me do the Pro Jared documentary. 60. That's huge. That's a lot. Holy shit. That's a ton. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Kyan Rindle did a super chat saying, will I make edited content or all live streams? It is exactly the same as DSP Gaming. I can't edit. I don't even have a video editor. We're going to be doing it all like this, okay? So thank you for that super chat. Whoa! Spartanius one just did a super chat. Hypothetically, would you ever consider interviewing Andy Dick? Well, Andy Dick would actually need to be able to be tracked down. Right? Isn't it true he's, like, homeless now? I think it's true. And isn't he now being accused of, like, sexual crimes? So I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'm just saying. I mean, I haven't been following the guy. But last I heard, like, he's homeless and he apparently sexually abused people or something. Right? I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe not the best idea for the new channel. Shout out to Yakulin, who just became a channel member. Thank you, Yakulin. We're now at 26 members. By the way, this works just like any other YouTube channel. The more members we get, the more emote slots we unlock. So, to give you an example, let's take a look how many emote slots we have. Currently, we have membership levels, customize default perks. How do I do that? I gotta find it on here. Membership levels? That's not it. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it is. No. Add perk. No, that's not it. I'm trying to find the emote slots to see how many we have unlocked. Is it this? Customize default perk? It is. Emotes. So with the new members we got today, we unlocked a bunch, I think. We unlocked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 new emote slots have been unlocked. So I'll be adding those later today. Yeah, I'll add those later today. 5 new emotes added to the channel. Okay? It's pretty crazy. Very nice. Okay. I'll add those later. I'm not going to do that now. I'll add some new emotes later. It's just going to be, again, from the old emotes we have on DSP Gaming until maybe we get some new submissions. Very good. Okay. So, guys, as a dry run, since now we're getting all these submissions, I feel what I should do is perhaps do my very first ever reacting to content here. All right? Let me actually get set up. Bear with me here for a moment. Oh, it would help if I actually had it plugged in, which I don't. That's pretty stupid of me. Here we go. Okay. All right, let's get this set up. And what we're going to do is our dry run. So thank you all for watching the very first ever video here on DSPReacts, explaining what it is. I hope that it answered some of your questions. Oh, so I do have one final question to answer because everyone's going to have this question, okay? Well, Phil, right now, one of the main reasons probably you even got this idea is because people who are your patrons on patreon.com/darksidephil, if they pledge $50, they can get a private React video made for them. It's about 20-25 minutes long. That's all correct. So what's going to happen with that now? Now that you have a whole React channel, and now you have members posting up and you're going to react to videos. Herein lies the difference. If you pledge to my Patreon, all right, you are dedicating 25 minutes or so for a video for you. That means if you have, like, for example, you want me to react to a long-form video, a montage that's 15-20 minutes long, that's how you do it, okay? And that's just for you. You can do whatever you want with it. Here on DSPReacts, it's a little different. For example, we're about to do the very first inaugural episode of DSP versus the Internet. All we're going to do, I'm going to take what you submitted, press play, react a little bit to it. There's no guarantee I'm going to watch the whole video. If you give me a 30-minute video, I'm probably going to watch 2-3 minutes of it. And then we move on to the next. It's supposed to be fast-moving, fast-paced, variety clip style show, you see? It's not meant for me to watch a giant video for an hour and do that. In addition, it's my content. You know, I own it. I own the rights to it. That's my creative content that I can do whatever I want with and make money on, as opposed to you're buying that video from me if you pledge to my Patreon. You see the difference? So, very different. If you want to see a long-form video where I'm reacting to a big hour thing, that's never going to happen here on DSPReacts. Once a month, I'll do a giant project like that, but that's collectively everyone doing it. If you still want to see the private videos, you got to do the stuff from my Patreon, okay? So that's the difference. And the thing is, maybe people will see what I'm doing here and like it, and maybe, I don't know, maybe want to do something more private. I don't know. It all depends on time, too, because the thing is, already, I'm doing so many of those private videos, I don't know if I'm going to have time to even do any more in a month, especially now that I'm taking on this responsibility of a new channel as well, okay? Okay. All right, so guys, thank you for watching this premiere video of DSPReacts. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it explained everything. And thank you to those who already initially have become, Old Man Blurred just became a channel member. So we're up to 27 and climbing. So thank you all for your support of this initial stream. All right, I'm now going to end this video and make a separate one which essentially will be a slightly different setup as you're going to see. And it's going to be me reacting to the stuff that you guys have submitted for this show, okay? The 27 or more members that we will have. Sound good? Okay, so thank you all. I appreciate that. And onward positively. Thanks so very much.